And me and Lynn can deal with that. And here's the thing about this. Me and Lynn have never talked off of this Periscope app. Me and Lynn have never ever dealt with our what I feel, she feels. We've never done that. Me and Lynn are trying to figure this shit out live in front of you people right now. And we try to hold our tongues because I think we both respect each other enough to be appropriate enough to each other. And yeah, with the scope that I just did, that scope was an absolute, what I feel, frustration, because without going into it, I do feel like I have Lynn's back. I've always had Lynn's back. I feel like I have they can play all the scopes they want. At the time when, I was hanging out with Vicious or whatever, that lasted a solid fucking 3 weeks.
Right.
Before myself and Tecmo figured out what that shit was about. So we got aware of that shit real quick.
Well, and the thing is, we can go at each other saying each other wear poopy diapers and, you got boogers in your nose and things like that. But when it comes to real life shit, we do have each other's back.
Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right, Lynn.
Right.
I mean, we're not going to get hung up in the light work of, what.
And when when I've talked to a literally actively drug using addict, and he tells me morning after morning his plans to go and destroy this man and speak to every member of his family, and he goes in detail. I mean, I don't really give a shit. He's a human being. I'm not, he's literally done nothing.
I'm going to say this openly. Look, the thing that I have to deal with, Lynn, is something that I personally have to deal with within my own self. I don't need Lynn's help. I don't need anybody's help in this. And I believe Lynn has an absolute good heart. And at the time when I did my scope, when I said I felt like I was on the front lines fighting for you and you were in the background, like, coddling or sympathizing with 33, that's because Lynn has a good heart. And when I say that, Lynn has a good heart, but for me, loyalty is a huge thing. So Lynn has not done anything to me. I have no reason to attack Lynn. The scope I did was like whoever's going to rescope this or, whatever going to clip. This is not me bowing to Lynn, Dawn, or the group or whoever the fuck. This is me being accountable as a man, that I did that scope out of frustration because as a man, I feel it's our duty to fight for women, and I will fight for the women on this scope. If you're in this scope listening right now and you're on the right side of justice, I'll fight for you. Don will tell you this, God and country, they'll always be with me. And the people I won't fight for is like terrible human beings, like Vicious and Claude, and they're just so much. Sometimes it just gets so tangled, Lynn. But I'm not, Lynn. With an open heart, I apologize to you for that scope. I was just frustrated, Lynn, because
I understand.
I feel like I'm a soldier that's willing to fall on his own sword for the right thing, and that, like I said, Lynn, that has nothing to do with you. That's what I have to deal with, that, not you.
Right. Because
you haven't done that to me, Lynn. Fuck, you fucking muted me. Damn it, I'm a weak ass fucking man.
That's kind of, men and women think different and they react different. They perceive different. That's why it's so, I so firmly believe that there's a huge difference between men and women. I don't think they're equal. And when we have clashes and things like this, it's because you and I don't think equal. And I understand that. That's why I don't hold it against you. I just, lock the front door and don't let you come in till you.
Well, I do appreciate the part where you said, look, I haven't had too much beer today. elementary in my drinking as of now. But I was, I think in my scope, you heard my girlfriend come on, and then the scope ended, and she's just like, give it 15 minutes, you'll be over this. You're better than this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I'm better than this and you're not, Lynn. Is that if I'm a dickhead, I'll always be accountable for being a dickhead, and usually within 15 minutes. And I'm gonna jump down, Lynn, because I gotta go do dinner. But I open heartedly apologize to you.
I understand. Thank you. I appreciate
And
you doing that.
yeah, and Lynn, I appreciate you as well, Lynn. I know this takes a lot of effort, to fight this false narrative. Daisy, I'm gonna apologize to you because I never like to listen to a woman cry. So as a man, like, men don't like to get involved in other women's stuff, but I watched Gretel last night get
Right.
attacked and
Right.
obliterated, and it disturbed me a lot.
Right.
Now, it sounds that you and Gretel have a complicated relationship, but maybe, in I hate to say this from a man's perspective, maybe on this app as women, maybe you guys should just all back down and just celebrate being women. And I just leave it at that, Lynn. Again, Lynn, I'm sorry that I did that scope. Shit, I haven't scoped in so long. I fucked it all up. It took me 3 times to figure it out. So,
You don't have
it,
to apologize. I
no,
understand.
but I do
I
want to
appreciate
apologize, Lynn. And I'm a true supporter of Lynn. I'm a true supporter in all the women in the scope that support truth and justice. And
it.
if you
And
don't, then we might have issues. And I'll try to be as gentlemanly as I can. So
you really are trying in a lot of areas, Pat. I will say that over the years,
I'm
over the last
trying,
year
Lynn. I'm
especially.
trying.
You really are trying.
I'm trying. But you know what? Everybody go enjoy your family. God bless. Thank you, Lynn, for the time.
Yes. Thank you. And Gretel, I only said um, what I said just because I hate for you to, it just does seem like y'all were so close. And I know that friends fight almost like sisters sometimes. And sometimes, I mean, I lost a friend before, doing, not paying attention because other people were bombarding me. I'm not even saying it's your fault. I just wanted to say that. That's all. Well, I don't know if I was right, but I just felt like I needed to point it out because I have noticed that. And that is hard, you know, to see everything that's going on around you. I mean, I know that for sure. Like, for instance, there may have been, you don't have to apologize. There may have been something actually literally going on. There may have been a comment that really hurt the Turners, but I was being bombarded from so many sides, I couldn't see it. And that is one thing about me. If you come and attack me, I'm going to growl back. Probably before I even take a look at what's going on. That's just my nature, you know? Yes. She should try it, but I don't think she will. Um, but I do hope. I mean, that you don't ever want to give up hope, right? Always want to have hope. Um, I'm sorry that, is she scoping now? And if there is something specific that I missed that was happening in here, I wish anybody that does know how to communicate with the Turners would tell them that, and that they could maybe, because like I said, I don't know specifics. But as far as in general, don't you think I mean, don't y'all want to kind of try to look at how other people are feeling sometimes? I mean, don't you think it's going to take that to stop all of this?
What it's going to take to stop all of this is you do your own scopes and stop picking at other people
Is she really
and rescoping other people, and it will stop.
Oh,
I wasn't doing anything to that bitch, and all she was doing is just talking shit, and then hiding her scopes and saying, "Oh, I never talked shit about you." So here we are. So she needs to practice what she preaches. That's what I'm saying here. Now, what happened today?
anything directly.
She's been rescoping Matt and Daisy bullshit all day, and then Gretel came in and admitted to Daisy that she was the one to pass around something that was really unfortunate. And so now everybody was at everybody's throats. The Turners turned on Lynn. The attack dog, Pat, Brandon Cadman, turned on Lynn and bit her right in the fucking ass, and we had a really good time with it. And now he has woosawed, and now he's back to kissing Lynn's ass because Carrie called him and was like, "What are you doing? Oh, this is what they want." And admitted to Daisy that she...
Well, I tell you what, Vicious. Since you think it was just Daisy and Gretel shit all day, we will play it again, and we won't put the Gretel shit in. How's that? Since you think it's just Gretel and Daisy.
Since you tuned in late, you obviously don't understand that I said that you were playing Matt and Daisy personal shit all day today after Matt deleted or hid the scope. And, you know, this is just what you do. You just keep picking, and then I wonder why everybody's getting so upset.
Daisy and Gretel. They were not the subjects. Or they were not my focus.
Oh, we know who your focus was today. You tuned in late, bitch. You're late, as always. I was quiet for the longest. I was just hanging around in scopes, and she just kept running her fucking mouth. Fuck you, Lynn. Now I'm saving all your shit, so you can't lie anymore. Boo-hoo.
Let's see. Oh, you missed a lot. Allison, never mind, I'm sure I'll find it. Vicious seems to think that all we've been doing is talking about Gretel and Daisy all day. So we'll go back and we'll show that.
See, she tuned in late.
Even though she likes to.
So she didn't hear that I said that she's been in Matt and Daisy's business all fucking day long. Do you see? Now she's going to play it again. See, this is what she does. She makes it my fault. That she's going to do this all evening long, and it's going to be all my fault. Do you see how she twists this around? This is what Lynn does.
Thank you for telling me.
Scott says that I'm much more calm. Thank you.
Well, we don't have anything to
I
listen
appreciate
to
that.
anyway.
That means a lot, actually.
Unless somebody wants to come up.
I'm just not surprised by anything anymore. You know, when you're hurt, you're passionate. Now just nothing surprises me. Nothing.
Well, of course she's calmer. She has to be calm or she won't have anywhere to live. Oh, where's the
She can't take it when somebody gives me a compliment. Ugh, it just tears Lynn's soul apart if you say anything nice about me. Ugh. Hey, Wolfie. Right, she's the only one that's allowed to rescope and give her commentary on stuff. I can rescope and give my commentary on stuff. I mean, she learned how effective it is for me at the beginning of all of this, so For her to turn it around on me and say that I'm
not sure. Maybe you could
copying off of her or using her as content or something, I'm like, this is what we've always done. And I stopped doing it, and you picked up the torch, and nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. I stopped doing this for a reason.
Scott's not
But hey,
too bright, is he?
Hey, Scott's very smart, you fucking bitch.
Sorry, I've got to.
Dawn is so jealous of you, Scott. So playing Math Scope and Daisy Scope or anyone else's is fine as long as it's her doing it. Yes! Now you're getting it. You're getting it. Look at the sneaky rabbit over there. Check Twitters. Do you see? Sneaky fucking rabbit. Sneaky, 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 Allison.
I mean, there's no content, but apparently we need to entertain.
Dawn definitely fears Scott. I agree. Silence is Carrie, the refrigerator, remember? Also Kimmy Gibbler, depending on which device she's on.
It's so funny to watch the ones that leave here and go over there and just talk. Just talk, talk, talk.
I say the same thing about you, you dusty bitch.
Yeah, Carrie, you can call back in if you want. Anybody can. We know I don't have the content.
At least she admits it.
I did check the Twitter.
Dawn did get really triggered when Scott came back. So did Lynn. They all very, very mad. Big mad. Big mad.
Hey there.
I'm glad you're smiling, Allie.
Dawn, can you call in?
The Dawn.
Yes, call
The
in
Dawn.
and preach for us. Oh, Scott just
Yeah,
called.
man. Now it's the time for like a religious scope. I love Dawn's religious scopes. Come on, guys. We do like them.
Ice Wolf said you got really triggered.
Who? Me?
No, Dawn.
Oh.
That Dawn got really
Dawn
triggered.
never changes his fucking expression. Oh my God.
That he's really triggered because Scott came back.
Yeah, and he thinks he knows everything
really
that's going on.
angry. No, he doesn't sound angry. He's just
Yes, it is
surprised
such
to
a Jew.
see a Jew like to associate with Nazis. That's
Oh yeah,
all.
another. Yup, just like 33. Another Jew that licks the boots of Nazis.
Right, yeah.
And wasn't he like crying off scope in front of a police station, telling people he was having a heart attack, and then he said he was in the hospital? Oh, Scott, you cuck!
Oh me.
Thank you, Timmy. I took that today. I'm still working out, man. Gotta work out. Now, does that look like a refrigerator to your people? 33 will replay that and go, see, she's triggered. She's triggered. I triggered her.
I can tell you, you look like half the size of,
Yeah, exactly. It looks like she ate me. No, you know what I mean.
Oh, I know. I know exactly what you mean.
Ugh.
So, let's see. Since this is all about Tamara.
I can't believe all this happens.
Seriously. Don Stakes went in the fucking Daisy's scope. Their last scope and called me
so mad.
Last scope. Called me a horrible father twice again. Allison was in there. Fucking Lynn was in there. I noticed Daisy isn't in here all of a sudden. That's weird. But you know, they don't know me. They do not know me. They don't know me whatsoever. You know,
I know you're a felon.
And I guess maybe I might have to have them speak. You know, they want to say, they want to make out this narrative that I'm a horrible father, and that's what they did to 33. Isn't that something? You know, how this is what they try to do to 33, and this is what Don Stakes says about me. You know, that my good friend actually would, and she did say she said, and she knows I'm amazing, Bob. You know, because I started to say what Allison was saying and Lynn was saying before that. It's really strange. You know, oh, what is this? Don't go against Don Stakes, right? Don't go against Don Stakes. Can't do that. You know, Don Stakes is reasonable. So I have my son. My son is still awake. He's playing video games. You know, they don't have school, so, and it's a Saturday night regardless. But saying, you know, this is what's fucked up. Don Six was doing his live, and Allison wants to say, "Oh, his son heard that. Oh, his son heard that. Yeah, bitch, I'm sitting right here. My son's fucking playing his game. Of course, my son heard you say that, Don."
1 a.m.
Don said this, like, you know, I'm not just saying the 2 times he said that in Daisy's Scope in the comments. I was listening to Don Steak's Scope, and Don Steak said this multiple times, said it, where my son actually heard him say it. So, Don, you're fucking pathetic. You know nothing.
Lynn, may I say something?
You're fucking really sick.
Okay, they call it cool as a cucumber.
Then why are you talking about it? If you feel that you're a good dad, then and you think Don is wrong about that, why are you so mad? Just why do you need to defend it, Matt? That's all I want to say, Lynn. Thank you.
Okay.
So he should just let Don Stakes just sit there uncontested. You fight back. They say it's always they're fighting back, right? But nobody else can, right?
Would you like to talk to him, Don? Maybe you could talk to him and tell my son what a horrible father I am, and he could tell you what a fucking great dad I am. What do you think about that, Don? Would you like to call in, Don? Do you want to be a fucking real man, motherfucker? How about that, Don? Oh, it sounds like bad fathering. Oh, of course, Don, right? Sounds like you're a piece of shit because you don't even know me, Don, right? Look at this pathetic guy here. I think only a bad father would do that. Okay, so hey, Don, you know what? The Turners put their kids on live. They showed them. You know what? I don't show my kids. I never even put my kids on here until I have a piece of shit like you calling me a bad father, Don. Well, I'm going to let them speak, not show them like the Turners do. So the Turners are bad fucking parents, right? Don? Are you going to say the Turners are terrible fucking parents? Horrible? Huh, Don?
This is about you, Matt.
Let's see. What's Don's answer? I bet Don's like, oh, no, the Turners are great. Right, Don? Oh, you're talking about me, not the Turners, of course. But what about the Turners that put their kids on live? They show them on live, and they speak for them. So I am a horrible father, but the Turners aren't, right, Don? This is the hypocritical. I'm showing the hypocritical Don stakes right here. Thank you, Don. See, Matt is a bad dad. Okay. Good, Don. I love this. Just making you look even better to Daisy. So I have all these screenshots of you saying this. Why don't you call in, Don? Why aren't you calling in? Oh, another one. You are a horrible father. Good stuff, Don. You're making my point. You're making my point to her. His last scope is legendary. Look at. Hey, Rob, are you in here?
Why do they have to? I notice they always do that, so they need
Good
backup.
stuff.
Oh, sorry, Lynn.
That's okay.
Good stuff. Really is. Showing how fucking pathetic you are, Don. Really pathetic. And weak. And how triggered you are. You're triggered because we have your information. We got your identity. And you're that mad to be triggered to say you're a horrible father. And this is just showing that, this is what he did to 33. Said he's a horrible father, so he continues this on to me. Right, Don? This is what you do to people that you don't like. Right, Don? Call him a horrible father. Explain that, Don. Explain that how you run with that narrative.
No, you really are a bad dad. For real.
The first time he did this, it's not even the second, right, Don? It's not even the fucking third, Don. This is your fucking narrative that you run on people, dude. Oh, 33 is a horrible father too, but his son said, I love you, Dad. Right, Don? That's recorded, Don. I'll tell you one thing that's going to be correct is going to be your fucking information that comes out.
Ugh.
Wait until everyone sees that, right, Don?
Fucking bozo.
Matt is a bad dad. Thank you, Don. Keep on pushing that narrative. This is great. It's just showing how you are. Showing how you are, Don. Hey, Brandon, Cadman, you're a fucking washwoman, dude. You're a washwoman. Ice Wolf is right. You're a fucking washwoman, a fucking puss. Bye, bitch. So what, Don? You don't have the washwoman fucking with you right now. What are you gonna do, Don? You gonna call in? Why don't you call in, Don? You know what? I tried calling in Don's, but he wouldn't fucking answer the fucking phone call. Right, Don? You wouldn't answer the fucking call. And Don wouldn't even send in a request to call in here.
Because he was yelling at the woman.
Pretty pathetic.
You pig. Because he was yelling at the women like an animal. That's why Don dropped him. Wouldn't answer him or whatever it was.
Right.
Pathetic. Very pathetic. Oh, Don, they're not false allegations, Don. I know your name 33 has had it for quite some time now. And I know what it is. You're fucking on the list, dude. On the list. And everyone is going to see this. You think I didn't see that picture of Lynn over a month ago? That was just shown today? Trust me, there's plenty more. You just put one out. One. You don't speak to bad dads, he says. Oh, God. You don't see how pathetic he is. The king of muted again? No, I blocked him, bitch. I blocked him. I didn't mute him. He's gone. Gone. Gone.
Oh, God, that laugh.
Gone. Understand, Don? Big difference. Put your smiley face up again. Gone, motherfucker. Look, he's gone too. Don't fucking tell me what to do, motherfucker. You're fucking gone, motherfucker. I don't go with fucking fake motherfucking firefighters. Understand? That's the fake firefighter. Don, weak? Yes, that's you. You're fucking weak as a motherfucker. What's up, Queen White Hook? Weak dad, he says. Oh. Hey, Noah. You want to tell Don Steaks here or something? What do you think? It's not actually that bad. Pretty good. I don't know why you guys do this. It's actually kind of fun. It's kind of pointless. Like, why do you just sit there yelling at each other? Why don't you just, like, get, like, a life and do other things than this? Kind of stupid.
What the hell? How many teeth does this one have?
I love my dad. There you have it. My son, my youngest son, gave his statement on his own. What do you think, Don? Out of his own mouth, Don. Did you catch that last part? I love my dad, Don. Oh, it was a forced statement, he says. It was forced, no. Like I forced you to do that, he says. How did I figure that he would say that? Isn't that pathetic, folks? What do we got in here? 40 people. Really? I forced my son to say that? Did it sound like my son was forced to say that? Put a 1 if you think my son was forced to say that. Put a 2 if you think my son was not forced to say that. Hmm? Oh, we're at 8-1, Don. 8-1. You have your little fucking crony troll in here that put a fucking 1. Oh, so how do you think? Oh, 9-1, Don. Don, what do you got to say for yourself, Don? Look at. Oh, here's Don again. Hey, Don, my son was watching that. Just looking at that because he wanted to see. Oh, yeah, right. Everyone here could see I didn't block anybody, Don. That's a lie. You see that, folks? Don Steaks lying right here because you guys could all see if I blocked anybody, right? I didn't block anybody. Trust me, I thought about blocking that 1, but I didn't, which was you, Don. didn't, Don. I didn't block the folks. Don, these people aren't as stupid as you look, Don. That's why you won't show yourself, because you're dumb looking. Hold on, Karen. No, I said Don. I didn't say Val. I said Don. Get some Q-tips. You know what? That's. You see how they want to be a wise ass, and that's the one person that put the fucking one. You can go bye Felicia. One, Don. Don, you're triggered. Don, you're triggered because we're gonna put your fucking real identity out. How's it feel, motherfucker? We know you're fucking upset and mad as fuck, right, Don? You're triggered because you're a fucking pedophile and we know it. We have your fucking information and it will be put out soon. And that makes you upset. That's why you're so upset. Why you're fucking triggered and you're saying all this insane stuff that's not true. Correct, Don? You can call in, maybe defend yourself, right? But of course you won't do it. Of course not. Because Don knows it's true. Don knows what he is. Don, it's not a fucking lie. Don, this is the reason you go by a fake name as Don Steaks. Fake name. Fake news, Don. Let's talk about reality, Don. We're going to talk about reality real soon. When we talk about your real name. And we show your record, Don, that's not expunged, Don. Because it can't be expunged, right? When you're a pedophile. Let's be honest. Boy, are his friends going to be surprised when the fucking, the real news comes out. Right, Don? When the real news comes out about you, all of your friends that think that Don Steaks is this great man, this great defender of women, that fucking mocks women all the time. Boy, how are they going to feel about their cult leader, Don Steaks? You know, is he going to be like a liar, or do all these people know this? I mean, because Don Steaks does say, well, this person knows who I am, this person knows who I am, and this person knows, right, Don? Do they know really who you are? And I'm saying who you are, Don. Do you understand me? Who you really... Did you tell them a fake name too, Don? I'm just wondering.
I find it disgusting, Lynn playing someone's child over again. And it just goes to show you we're right about her and them over there. That they will use a child.
And then it's going to be proven that,
get brownie points against Matt. It's absolutely fucking disgusting.
I totally agree.
I mean, it's a new low for Lynn. I didn't think they could get this low, but they're getting even lower.
Right. Well, they've been playing this all day. And then I said, so she's been playing Matt and Daisy all day. And then I said, and now it was Gretel and Daisy. And she's like, she came in right as I said Gretel and Daisy. She's like, oh, no, that's not what we've been doing all day. This is what we've been doing. I was like, you came in late. You didn't even hear me say that you were playing this. So she's blaming it on me that she's replaying this now. Do you see the logic here?
Oh, I know her logic very well. We've been
Around
around.
long enough that we know these people. But I'm just, I wish I could have got a hold of Matt beforehand. He played right into Don Stake's hand. Don Stakes is a nobody, okay? He's anonymous. No one should fuel his fire. He's a nobody. He's a loser, no personality. But what he did last night is disgusting. And what Lynn's doing right now with the fridge. I mean, here's Lynn talking with the fridge who did a fake suicide and tried to blame it on me in 33 and Rob. I mean, it was, and making choking sounds.
Yes, she's very lucky that we are. We have some heart about ourselves that we're not replaying that fake suicide scope of hers.
Can you get that to me? Well, let's see. I'll get it somehow because I really think people need to know what she did to me.
Yeah, well, she'll do anything for attention, and
I know.
These people weren't going to let her in all the way until she did this. So even if Dawn Six didn't go to her and say, "This is what you need to do, and this is the plan," he still enabled her, that whole cult, because she knew she had to do something really despicable in order to get them to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she needed them to come back, because she won't leave, which is what she needs to do. If this app, which she always calls a free app and doesn't mean anything to her, if this app is driving her to commit suicide, why does she come back and do the same thing that she was doing before?
And why did Don Stakes and all of them accept her back, knowing this? That
right.
She's not well and shouldn't be on scope.
Right.
I mean, this is where I want to go into, and I think it's important. And I know what they did to Matt and Daisy. That was done on purpose. Okay.
It's to take the focus off Carrie. And because everybody fights over Daisy because she's the homecoming queen.
Yeah, I mean, she does, but I know Stakes. He's done this strategy before where he'll go in when he doesn't like someone, he'll pry people that are close to him and put him in his camp, and I saw.
You saw what he did to me, right? You saw what he did. Well, I'm sure you heard about what he did over there with Allison and Leo and all of them before.
He did to me and you. He did to me and you.
Yep.
Okay.
He started with you and I. That was the beginning of it all. Yes.
Yes. And his strategies, listen, we've been around long enough, me and you, that we understand what these people are doing. And that's the problem. The other people, they don't understand it because, listen, this is going on now 3 years, And I've told you, when I took that break for a couple months, and I did, I watched old scopes, watched how they worked in concert together. But I
didn't scope either. I just watched and was hanging out too. I mean, you went all the way away, but I mean, I was just kind of popping in and out and just, seeing what was up. But I wasn't scoping at all. I didn't start re-scoping Lynn until she started to say that she didn't say certain things, or certain people didn't say certain things in her scopes, and she refused to unhide them for people. And I was like, you know what? My specialty is re-scoping. I might as well use it for a good purpose, right?
Yeah. And I see Don joking around with Daisy. Daisy's better be careful with these people because I don't think she knows what they did to me.
Well, at this point, it's got to happen to her.
Yeah, they're gonna. And that's what I'm referring. Listen, I've always watched her from the outside.
But everybody is very protective over her. I'm not worried about her at all. See, Lynn says that the only scope that she is comfortable in is Daisy's scope, and she's holding her very close and dear. Everybody is holding Daisy very close and dear.
It's fake.
This is why I call her the homecoming queen. This is, it's just, everybody wants to be liked by the homecoming queen. You know what I mean? Me, I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know you don't, but
I'm the only one that doesn't care if I'm friends with the homecoming queen, darling.
I don't know.
Welcome back, Judy.
I think she's got a bubbly. I don't know. I just I don't know. I like her.
Everybody likes her. I see right through her. She's the female Dawn Stakes, man. You'll learn. You know I'm right about everybody.
Oh yeah.
I'm right about everybody, motherfucker, and you know it. You can hang out, you can like her, everybody can like her. I'm not telling anybody. I'm like, yeah, if you're friends with her, you can't talk to me. I haven't said that to anybody. I'm just telling you, she's the female Dawn Stakes, and you will see it as time moves on. I promise it.
Who?
Daisy.
Oh, you said that. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on
I
that.
know. I'm just saying. I'm not telling everybody they have to believe this way. I'm just saying. I
listen,
want to put it on record that this is how I feel, and it will come true, just like the rest of the fucking shit that I've said is true. So.
I just don't think she knows who she's getting involved with. If I were able to call her up on the phone and tell her what.
Well, I mean, if she can deal with the Turners, I think she'll be all right.
She's gonna be fine. She's not a dumb woman.
Yeah.
Trust me.
She knows the deal.
But no matter how much I talk about Daisy, I never said she was dumb. So that's just for the record as well.
No, I never said that. I'm just saying she I just want to. I wish I could tell her what she's getting into. I could see Stakes and all of them work. They work their way in there, and it's not because I'm telling you, he doesn't like her.
Well, it's not. It's not even about telling her. You can tell her all you want. This is what you find yourself in my position. If you try to warn somebody, then you're trying to control them. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you can't warn people about anybody, because this is what happened to me. I was trying to warn everybody about 33, and look where it got me.
Yeah, well, what's her name? Makes a good point. You will be served. If you're gonna mix in with certain people, it's and they are evil. I mean, listen, them playing a little child over and over again, and
when he hit it, he obviously hit it and didn't want. You know what I mean? This is just.
You don't do that. Listen, I've always said it. I've heard
Daisy say too, which don't bring children and family. I was always like that. I never liked doing that, and people did. I mean, Don Stakes. You know how many times he was dropping my wife's name in the fucking comment section, my address. He passed my information to enemies of cops. He did some fucking evil stuff. And
do you remember when Dawn Stakes gave Leo your wife's phone number?
Yeah. Yep.
And then we were like, well, if Leo is so dangerous, then why would you give a woman's phone number to Leo? And Dawn's like, well, Leo's not dangerous. I don't think he's really dangerous. While he's over there saying that Leo is dangerous. These people.
I would only ask Daisy one question. What does she think about Don Stakes handing my information to a BLM member? She did the same job as me. I'm just curious what she would think about that. So, while she's palling around with them, it's listen, I can't say anything. It's a warning to just be careful of these fucking freaks and playing little children and making fun of it. And this is Lynn playing it over. I think you said it somebody said in the comments to, for Don. For Don's sick. Like I said, my word, get his jollies off by replaying this. Look what Don has done. They were all doing it and getting their jollies off. Especially Lynn. They're doing this again because they got the upper hand, They got Matt to put his child on the phone, say it was, and they're enjoying this. And I really, truly believe any normal human being listening to this would say, this is sick stuff. This is really sick shit. You really have to say, well, that's true. Lynn is angry. There's no doubt. I mean, she has no man in her life. She's got all, her back is all got kinds of rods. And I think that has a lot to do with it. And I think she's just a bitter person and not happy inside. And it's a shame. It's a shame. And she uses Periscope as her out to hurt people, destroy them with that group. It's a cult. That's really what it is. It's a cult. I don't know. It's just, I just wanted to call up and say I just find it absolutely disgusting playing his son again. I mean, that's a new low for Lynn. But you know what? Lynn's been going so low. This is probably not going to be the only time. She'll probably even go lower than this. God knows what she'll do next. She's got to constantly top herself, and it's just sick.
People judge parenting on, I guess, their anger towards people. They're not in their home, that's for sure. It's kind of
Long Lynn, Animal Chin,
think they know the
you're a disgrace.
know the least. You know what I mean? It's
Total disgrace.
I think we got 33 up here. There he is.
What's up, bro?
What's up? Hey, dude.
Well, listen, it seems like
She is. She's desperate. You know what? She got wrecked
the knuckleheads
the other day,
from that
and this
Zoom.
is the
They
payback.
think when
So
I
she's
like,
going to use
yell
a
louder so I
child
can get
now.
through all, 'cause they
Okay,
say my mic's
so
messed
she's
up,
going to
so I
use
get a new
Matt's
mic.
child and constantly
They think
play
that,
it
like,
for
I'm somehow
gratification
triggered.
for
Let
herself,
me state for
the
the record,
stakes, and the
nobody
freaks
on
that are
this
in there.
fucking
It's really
dumbass
disgusting.
me,
It
okay?
really
And
is.
the people that know that I'm your friend, I've said that to privately. And those of you,
I mean, here's a woman in her late 50s doing this.
If you want to know me, then you have to act like a normal person. Okay? I don't.
Hey, Wolfie, do you remember Lynn ever having a birthday?
Yeah, she's got a permanent birthday of 55. Listen, I think you mentioned it. It's so true.
Dude, she was over there complaining that I never celebrated anybody's birthday. And you remember that I dressed up as Marilyn Monroe for Cujo's birthday. Like, I've been really good about people's birthdays. And for her to sit over there and say, she didn't pay attention to anybody's birthday, I sat and I thought about it, and I was like, oh my God. She's never had a birthday. She's been 55 for 4 fucking years.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so funny, isn't it?
It really is.
I never really thought about how she never stopped being 55. And this is how I just keep falling for her shit. And this is why I have to do this. Because I'm like, I kept falling for her shit. I'm obviously still falling for her shit. So everybody else needs help too. Because I need help. Fuck.
Well, Lynn keeps saying you're older
Than what you are. And then she says
to me, oh, I see. You're only a couple of years younger than her. What is she out of her mind?
She is out of her mind. She's been trying to make me 45 for the last couple months. I'm like, I was born in 78,
she's been calling
dude.
me 45 for the last 3 years, so everything about her. And her thing with me is, oh, you're only a couple of years younger than me. Really?
Yeah. She's always said that. I was like, oh, God, Lynn. Yeah. I never said anything about it. But now after thinking about how she's never had a birthday, she was complaining about how I never celebrated birthdays. I was like, man, because you never had one.
Yeah.
Ugh, what a mess. Yeah, so she's definitely 60 or more. This is a fact. She told us she was 55 when she met us. This was several years ago. She has to be 60 or above.
Yeah.
She has to be.
I mean,
this isn't me being hateful. I'm just saying she has to be. And the fact that she's making me 45 and saying that you're just a couple years younger than her, she's really trying to make herself so much younger. Which, I mean, why? I mean, aren't you proud that you've made it so thus far? Or you just know that it looks bad that a 60-some-year-old lady's on here doing this shit? Yeah?
Yeah, no. It's actually pathetic.
But Carrie finally has her group, which means she leaves us alone, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm so disturbed. This has me disturbed. This show with her just as much as the fridge doing a fake suicide that I might have to pop a beer open and go live tonight and respond to it. I find it disgusting.
You said you were gonna do a scope with your lights anyway, right?
Yeah. I put some lights down. I'm just. We know why they're doing it and playing it over again, and then letting this child on it live again. It's just wrong.
Well, this is what they will continue to keep doing.
If someone did that to me, God will, I don't even know. I'd be fuming. But
it's all for Don State's gratification, and people need to see it. People need to see that and understand why she's doing it.
This is why I call it the cult of snakes. I'm trying to get everybody to realize we called it the wicked ones for the longest, because that's what they are. They're wicked.
The longer people,
as long as we address it and point these things out to people in due time, because we know these people for 3 years, they'll see it. They're going to eventually see it, because just look what they're doing now, playing Matt's son and this stuff. I mean, this is like, this is just the beginning. They've been doing this a very long time. And then they
remember that she did this with us with no viewers. Now she's got that adrenaline rush because she gets like 40 people in there. You know what I mean? So this is not, everybody's like, oh, this will end. This will end. Like, this will not end anytime soon. For the people that frequent and go in there and watch and give her those numbers, that she's going to keep doing it because she feels like she's doing a service. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's so self-righteous.
Well, listen, all you really have to
say is Lynn scoped for 12 hours straight yesterday. If that doesn't tell you something's wrong, okay, I don't know what else will. I mean, 12 hours.
And the thing is, she's engaged the whole time.
Bizarre.
Yeah, like the whole time she's engaged. It's not like she's just letting it run and then steps away. Sometimes mine will go blank because I'm stepping away because I can't. I'm sitting here, the whole time. But she's there engaged the whole time. It's very, it's disheartening.
Yeah,
you would think there'd be silence for like 20 minutes while she's, maybe making something to eat, going to the bathroom. No, I mean, this woman is talking the whole time. That's why I said I'm convinced she wears the pens because she ain't leaving. I told you I heard her sit down. I heard her slosh one time, like a baby with a full diaper.
You said a slosh.
So yeah, because I had babies, and if their diaper's too full, when they sit down, you hear a slosh, and I heard that, and it reminded me when they were wearing their diapers when they were full, and you had to change them from urine, and it's the same thing with Lynn. I heard that slosh, Yep, you will be served. Yep. I know. It's sad. No, it's a lot of sad things, and I don't like when people. It's very disturbing. This is the second time. I'm not one to get rattled. I'm a pretty strong guy, but what the fridge did to me, I think I really need to go over that again, play it, and what Lynn's doing now with a child. It's over the line. It's over the line again. So.
And I like to address it.
She only gives a pass to those that, agree with her. So, otherwise, you're like the sneaky rabbit over there saying, slander, libel. When, I
always
really
listen.
With the rabbit and all them, listen, she's one to talk. I mean, but the thing is this, they'll never do anything because if they ever have to serve anyone, it opens the door to find out who they are. And that's their power. I've said it before, folks. Their power, Don Stake's power, the only power he has is people don't know who he is. And I just tell people now, and if you want to end the cult, you need to find out Don Stake's identity. That's it. And it'll end this nonsense. He'll go
away. He'll disappear.
So the fridge
will disappear in the middle of the night. He'll be out of here. That's his ace. All right, that's
true.
That's the only thing, and
that's true. But if the fridge is over there saying that she's calling her dad and a detective on three-way right now.
For what? She's a joke.
You think these detectives are going to deal with someone that's not well? Nobody's going to deal with her shit. Big deal. Her family members were former law enforcement. What the fuck is that?
My shit to, Lynn?
All right, she don't know what a crime is anyway. Doing a fake suicide. And having authorities come to your house, that's a crime. Fridge.
Well, nobody calls her out about that, though.
Someone's got to get one of them served so we can crack open the door. And I'm willing to put money up.
And find out who these people are. Because I have, I agree. I might have to spread some money around because if they're going to keep it up, you have to find out who these people are and stop this nonsense. And like I said, I always say with a disclaimer, I want nothing to happen to them. I think once you reveal their identity, like they do, they weaponize people's identity. Okay, once we know who they are, they're just going to disappear and stop the nonsense. That's it.
Well, we've learned that with the Facebook people. How dirty they can get whenever you get their real information. So
they called the authorities on me too. So I've been working on stuff. I'm behind the scenes, but nothing that they need to know.
Well, Boomer constantly tells everybody how to report you to the FBI, so I am not surprised if you have gotten some shit from them.
Because Boomer
harasses people to do the same thing. He explained how to do it. I recorded that, and I tell people to do the same thing against him, so he can get a visit because he harasses people himself. But I know for a fact they hate people like him because what you're doing is you're tying up the system with nonsense. Okay, guys like Boomer, they hate him. Guys that call up and cry like bitches, they hate you, Boomer. And trust me, I know for a fact they think you're a cunt. Excuse my language.
I totally agree. I mean, he sent more than two hands full of fingers. He's been sending report after report after report. They have to see what's up,
Yeah, but they don't realize he would email people, right? Constantly.
That me included.
Once you continue emailing someone after after you're telling them to stop, it starts becoming aggravated harassment. It's through communication, and he's done it to a lot of people. So all I say is,
maybe I should play his recording on what he does.
Yeah.
And just
Boomer definitely needs to go down. He's one of the major contributors to this shit for sure. And he's been.
I think we need. Well,
I've read his threatening emails to me on several different occasions.
Save them. Save them.
Of course.
I have all his.
That guy emailed me a ton of times, and I told him, stop emailing me. I don't want no contact. You can't respond to these kind of people. Just make a record of it, okay? And just put it in a folder, these emails, which I did, okay? And then you show a pattern. He's been doing it to other people. So who's the internet terrorist there, okay?
Yeah, Karen says that she did that with KK. You have to. He doesn't care about that, but at least you have it on record. Yeah, that diabetic Boulder is.
Well,
New York State penal law goes like this: if you communicate through email or phone calls, and you instruct someone to stop and they continue, it's a crime. It's a misdemeanor. It's called aggravated harassment. It's through communication devices. Okay, and I'm not one to go to the cops and stuff like that, but I know someone did an e-tip on me. I pretty much know who it is, and I'm just going to return the favor. That's all. And I hate rats and all this stuff, but when you got a cult like that over there, actively harming people and looking up their information, and one of them made a very big mistake, and they slipped, and in due time, people will know what happened, but one of them made a big mistake.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with that.
Yeah, well, that's.
But they're bound to make a mistake with all the time they put into this app. There's only, it's only a matter of time before they fuck up.
Oh yeah, and
one of them already did. One of them already did. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just,
They go first.
I'm getting ready to bail again, but I'll probably do a scope or two just to address what was done to me and address Lynn for what she just did today. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, a lot of the times there's loose ends, and people like you that come in and put a little bit in, it really helps to put the puzzle together for the newer people that aren't familiar with their tactics. Yes, I agree.
Well, that's why I came back. I was listening. I couldn't believe it. Literally 2 months.
Yeah.
Didn't even listen in. Came back, and Don states.
The second sentence was mentioning me. I was floored. He was still talking about me, But he's not going to like it too much when his name's out there. And all his information, Don, it's something you seem to get off on, but wait until your name drops, Don. Okay, I don't care how many lawyers you got, you can't defend what you've done. Okay. And some of those people over there are mothers and in there listening to Lynn play this child on there. What kind of mothers are they?
Well, if it was against them, then and we replayed it, then we would be the most horrid, horrendous people to ever grace the face of the earth. You know what I mean? Like if the shoe is on the other foot, can you imagine the outrage on their side? You know, like if it were Lynn's son and we replayed Lynn's son, or you know what I mean? Like it would be hellfire on earth.
Yeah, like they actively passed my information around, right? But there's something one of them did, okay, that specifically that could crack the door open to something. And I was busy moving at the time, but I'm not now. So we're going to leave it at that. One of them actually made a very, very big mistake with me. And they think they're messing with someone who doesn't have money. I have money to do something about this, you know. It's one specific, you know, and the most disturbing thing over there I see while Lynn's playing this is any woman that's in there that has children, okay? And one of the women in there know who I'm talking about. It's disgusting that you're in there listening to that. Absolutely disgusting.
And it gives her the numbers she so craves. Like she's always like, Vicious has the numbers because I blocked a bunch of people, so they have to go over there. And like this is all about numbers to you, even though you say that it's not, and you're not trying to build anything or grow anything. It's just something about the numbers. And it's like you're willing to use people's private lives and kids in order to pick at scabs and old wounds, and then sit over there like the victim every time. And she never takes responsibility for this. It's funny that she always talks about how I never apologize and I never take responsibility for anything that I do, but yet she sits over there and does the same gosh darn thing. I don't even know what else to even say about it. I need to go up and see Lynn's comment. What?
Well, I gotta charge all my devices and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're scoping tonight, right?
Yeah, I should be, depending on what time I crack open the beer. Yes,
we're looking forward to it.
Medical field. And that is where it's going to lead. And
that's the clue I'll give you. Okay, that's the clue. A lot of them are in the medical profession. Well, you know that.
I know that. It's just that being the clue is like, Yes.
Yep.
So what am I going up to, firefighter? Thanks for coming, Wolfie. I appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like it's our duty to fill in the rest of the people that don't understand the depths that Lynn and these people are willing to go. So thank you.
I'm just.
I'll say it again. I can't. Well, I'm not shocked, but Lynn playing Matt's child again, like for Don and them to get off on it. That woman is not a Christian. That woman is not a fucking Christian. Excuse my language. She is not. It's just there's no way. You don't do that kind of shit. Leave kids out of it. I mean, and Lynn always talks about that too. Like, God forbid someone did that to her children. It'd be like, you know, oh my God, you know, the sky would be falling. It's disgusting.
Like I said, it would be hellfire on earth if this were Lynn's son. Oh my God.
Yeah, on any of them too.
Oh well, any of them, yes. Oh, can you imagine if Allison's daughter got in on this, and if we used Allison's daughter against her instead of how she uses Allison's daughter against 33? It would be the worst thing that anybody could ever do. Ever, 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 ever. So foul. But they can get away with this every single fucking day. I think they've brought up every sore spot in all of these Facebook people's lives. I believe that if Lynn would just do the scopes that she says that she wants to do, then it would be done and over with.
Listen, it all comes down to this one thing. Find Don Stake's identity out.
It all ends. Period. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Don't feed into him. He's a nobody. No profile. No picture because he's ugly. Okay. You don't know nothing about the guy. Don't engage him. He'll go away. He's a loser. No personality. But if he's going to continue this, my suggestion, and I'm not saying do it, I'm saying to end the cult, find out who Don Stakes is. That's it. And it'll all end. They'll scurry like rats. You'll never hear from him again. He is the key to this thing. I'll see you later, right?
Thanks for calling in, Wolfie.
All right, catch you later.
Bye. Ice Wolf, ladies and gentlemen. Him and I have been through a lot with these motherfuckers. We came out, but I'll tell you what, it's been a long couple years till you get everyone to understand what the hell's going on. And now we finally have. And they say I can't adult. Hey, Mikey.
Well,
that's why I despise you.
Good, you know.
Yep.
They wouldn't know think about that, though.
It's just terrible, man.
So, Christina, if I come to Pennsylvania and maybe we can go out and have a drink? Absolutely. All right, that's what I wanted to hear. We'll take real bikes, not tricycles, and, you know. Yeah.
There you go. You might run into Fat Debbie. That's not a lawyer there.
Yeah, she's there. That would be nice. Yep. I'm going to drop down because I'm going to watch comments and all that. But yeah, thank you for having me up. And love the good, fuck the bad.
Hey,
all right, Christina. I don't know if
I'm sorry being violent in the Zoom. Sorry about that.
I don't know if I put you as a moderator, but I will tomorrow. Let me, if you can put it in the comments, and hopefully I'll read it.
All right, listen, I honestly don't have any patience. Look, I'm a man who owns this shit. Can I sit here and say that it's a horrible thing to tell somebody to die? Absolutely. I don't like saying that. But you know what? If you're going to attack my character, my family, and you're going to go and you jump up on me and change trolls like iMental. I know who you are, iMental.
Oh, we know who iMental is.
You're going to get yours.
Most definitely.
Keep doxing people, man. Listen, I'm going to show you I'll be the worst this app's ever had.
You know what? 4 names on the pedophile list. 2 females and 2 males, and one of them is going to be iMental because we know who iMental is.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Greasy Cup is going to go next, and if I don't get a public apology from Debbie, I'm putting out her full information through a different way, okay? And that'll be on 4chan, okay? And on Reddit, okay? So keep fucking around with me, okay? I'm going to give you till fucking Monday, okay? Monday. And Greasy Cup, if you don't fucking come out and say you're going to keep your mouth shut, you'll be next. You think you can do those handstands and laugh? You'll see. I got
33, fuck Monday. You know what? We'll go for 3 o'clock tomorrow on Sunday.
I got something to do tomorrow. I'll be busy all day tomorrow.
Damn it.
The retards, we got to break, man.
I wanted to rush it. I wanted to give it a little rush.
Yeah, but don't worry. And there's so many more of you, okay? And, refrigerator, I know where your father is, too. I have his name, and I'll dox him, too. Okay, you think I can't get people's names? Refrigerator money gets you whatever the fuck you want. Okay, and I hope that you recorded all of that stuff, Rob, because I give her 3 fucking days and 2 Xanax, and she'll be fucking, ripping you another one. There's no peace with these kind of people, man. No peace.
I can't understand why they would even fucking want to keep playing Don Stake's game. You know what I mean? Why would they? Oh, it's just crazy, though. You know, they see what happens to them. I mean, wasn't Trump fan was unknown?
You mean Frank Carlton of Louisiana? Should I give you address out, Frankie boy?
Yeah, Frank Carlton, formerly known as Trump fan.
Now known as fucking.
Didn't we expose him?
Yeah,
we
he's
fucking
now the BBC
retired
fan. Yeah. He's a redneck. Him and his wife look for BBC together because he's a cuck and he can't satisfy her.
Oh my God, we didn't even put all the information out about him, but yes. You know, we move on to the next person. You know, I mean, gosh.
Where'd she go? She must have put the rectal suppository up her ass.
I'm just saying. Then there's Tecmo. You know, Kyle.
Well, Tecmo, I have to say,
blank.
Listen, Tecmo has bought himself an extra day. Look, she's rescoping. Look, see, and look at this, man. She's got my name again in like sharing it out. And there you go. Oh yeah, Lynn.
Lynn is still up. Really, Lynn is still up.
Yeah. No, she's live.
That's what I mean. I mean, this is amazing. You know, she's on 612.
Son, did you know that? Lynn fucks her son.
She is on fucking 19 hours of scoping, bro.
Son.
Hey, I think she might have broke a record for her daily fucking scope, which is probably a record for daily scope. 19 hours.
They have like these little big parties, Lynn's family. Remember, Lynn, you told me? Nothing spared. And Lynn, your real full name's coming out. Okay? Remember I asked you to say it and you wouldn't? You sat there and laughed at everybody. You said, see, nobody had a name. Nobody caught on to what I was saying today. That's why she doesn't care. He doxed me. Nobody doxed your real name yet.
I thought you put that out, bro. I almost said it a couple of times. You didn't even do it.
No.
Damn.
Carolyn is, listen,
you would have been pissed if I would have said it. Damn it. I'm glad I didn't.
She's afraid of the fucking ex-husband who I found, okay, the one that abuses her, okay? And guess what? You should be more worried about him than me. Maybe that's where I got the picture from, Lynn.
I thought you said the name and shit. I almost said it earlier, actually. Damn.
You know that? Lynn said, I can't show my face. No, she could show her face because she's an ugly bitch.
I caught myself. I didn't say it because I almost said it, but I didn't.
Lynn, I saw your LinkedIn, man. You know what? The LinkedIn's coming out to you, all your family, man. Oh, and you were pissed off that the Materna found the rest of your family? I got them too, man. Right through Facebook, man. God.
Well, that wasn't hard to find.
And not hard. You didn't think Materna was the first one to get there? I've been sitting patiently, hoping that you'd come around and be a decent person, Lynn. You triggered? You ain't triggered yet, cunt. Who mad now?
Hey, you know, and I gave Lynn a chance to call in. Hey, Lynn, we're rescoping now. Come in here and call in. And fucking,
This is for her fake records. Listen, did you hear that her brother-in-law, okay, is the head of CPS, but yet she's saying that CPS came to her house? Bullshit. Okay, that she had to do all this. Listen, that's nonsense. Another lie by fentanyl Lynn.
Listen, look, let me just tell Lynn this because she's rescoping now. Lynn, 33 showed the one picture, just one. He only showed one. And, you know, I've been waiting for him to show this fucking picture. I've had this for a long time since I had the bulb. But he's got plenty of other pictures of you. You know, why don't you just come in here and fucking say 33? Hey, I'm sorry, man. Just, you know, I'm sorry. Let's send it.
You don't even gave me, you dumbass.
You know, why? You know, I'm just saying. You know, 33. I think you would give Lynn a chance and just to come in here and then apologize to you.
Listen,
you know.
Listen, she doesn't have a chance because she won't fucking come clean. Look, she couldn't from the beam.
I know. I'm just, but 33. I'm just saying, you know, if she comes in here now and says, "Hey, 33, dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry. You know, I lied about you.
I'll bet you $500 she don't.
You know, if she's, but listen, if she says, dude, I lied about you, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I lied about you. You know, and, you know, I want to stop. I'm trying to stop because she did say she's trying to stop, but obviously she's not. Listen, but maybe.
Crandon, listen, I just got a text. Crandon, you could suck my balls, man. Listen, you know what? I blocked you already. I wasn't going to deal with you. You think it makes a difference?
Fuck him.
You could go fucking die, man, for all I care. Crandon, you piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a fucking loser, low life, fucking low IQ.
You think I didn't know what games you guys are playing? You go,
Brandon,
we're entertaining. No, you're just a fucking clown, man. Just a clown.
Yeah, he's a fucking low energy fucking clown. He's like a Jeb Bush. You know what I mean?
Yeah, threatens to fucking kill me. Can't fucking get that done. Okay, I mean, really, did you really think that any of your words mean anything to me? Okay, you couldn't even handle the truth that you came at me. You were talking about my daughter in fucking April, and I talked about your daughter fucking in November. Okay, and you know, all those troll accounts that you made up are still up, so there was no truth. Okay, so fuck you and the fucking horse you rode in, you fucking half-breed Indian.
Yeah, fuck him. He's a fucking low life fucking piece of shit. He's a fucking scammer. You know what? You know, when I see Crandon, I'm gonna call him Jeb from now on. His nickname is Jeb. You know, I mean, he's fucking low IQ, low energy.
Don't worry. Listen, I never stopped planning to go to Tucson, so fuck you, Crandon.
Hey, Crandon, do you want to, Crandon, anytime Crandon wants to do a fucking charity fight, you know, maybe he could fucking hit me up, man. You know what I mean?
Couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. Challenge is fucking
anytime, Crandon. Anytime. 7.5 years, motherfucker.
What a faggot, man. That's just his what was it? I had to say one thing you didn't like, you fucking half-breed bitch. Okay, you look like a fucking gremlin and you want to fucking come at me? You fucking loser in life. You've been sucking on my nuts for days. You didn't think I didn't think that was... I've dealt with clowns like you all my life.
He's so fucking weak, you know. I can't even believe that he even talks like he's some fucking badass on here. It's fucking pathetic. He is a keyboard. He's like the typical. Go ahead.
He's a washwoman, man. Okay, listen. He doesn't have life. He fucking drinks all the time. Okay, he has skinny legs and fucking teepee tits. Okay, that's why he's fucking. He leaned over. You could see his fucking. He's got a low T. Okay, and talk about doing drugs. You look fucking like a major meth head, man. Why don't you put the camera on again, Crandon?
Yeah. Show your legs in your fucking body, dude. Show your legs in your body. I mean, come on. Let's see how pathetic you look. Really. He's like a fucking. He's got like twigs on a fucking barrel. You know that's Brandon Cadman, right?
Brandon, don't get the corona. Don't get the corona. I wouldn't have to laugh about it.
You know, twigs with a fucking barrel with a head on it. You know, can you picture that? You know, God. Oh, there's so much I could say about this guy.
Why don't you just come into Matt Scope, man, and take the wrecking that you want, man, and you can make some threats and tell me how you're gonna come from your little shithole in your fucking stupid cul-de-sac. And maybe I should put the picture out of you and your son that the refrigerator gave me. And I should just show those texts. Would you like that, Crandon? Motherfucker.
It's fucking, he's fucking, hey, come on in, Jeb. Come on in, Jeb. Low energy, Jeb.
Well, I'm gonna half-breed, man. You ever seen Half? You ever know that song by Cher? Let me see. We'll play it for you.
Yeah, play it for us, dude.
Okay, this is for you, Crandon, because this is all you are. You're not
here, dedicated to fucking Brandon Cadman, Jeb. Low energy, Jeb.
This is for you, Crandon.
Cherokee Indian. That's right. Hey, Crandon, that's you, Indian score, you fucking half-breed Cherokee. And your fucking daughter, what is she? She's a fucking Navajo. Your daughter's a Navajo, and you're a Cherokee. Fucking half-breed, too. And Crandon, did you marry an Indian? So would that make you a fucking daughter? Oh, that's right, that son's not even yours. See how much details I have, Crandon? You got nothing to pass down, Crandon. Thank God the fucking bloodline ends with you, because you're a piece of shit. And don't come back for another treaty. I told you to just go the fuck away. That's what the world thinks of you, Crandon. You fucking half-breed. Nobody wants you. You're probably swigging on some more fucking beer now. Yeah, fuck you, low energy Jeb. Fucking on that glass dick. Yeah, I'll be right back, dude. Keep everyone entertained. Hey, listen, no problem. Let's see, I got something for you, Crandon. You're a fucking gypsy, man. Remember, that's your life, Crandon. That's your whole family. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves, Crandon. And lay your fucking money down like the fucking whores that your fucking whole families are. You guys want to really mess with me, man? Listen, you guys got me to the point where, listen, you know what? I'm just going to bring in my friends. So here we go. And refrigerator, you certainly have no connections. Okay? You just don't want to be. Yeah, that's what you should do. Get yourself a gun. Remember, oh, that's right. You know what? I was listening to the, I got to say, you know what? I got something even better, man. I forgot. I was listening to Vicious. I'm going to go into Vicious's Rescope here. I got to say, man, Vicious finds some great shit. So let's go to something that she put up that I wanted to replay. So we're going to go to the, what is it? What's Vicious's account? Let me see. Is she in there still? Oh, yeah, it's Vicious. That's what I thought. Okay, I'm going to have to steal something from you, Vicious, but I'm sure you won't mind. I mean, it was epic shit. So, and I know you know where I'm going. Oh, yeah. It's Vicious. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Oh, yeah. It's a 3-minute broadcast. We're going to play. We're going to show you just exactly who the fuck you are. Talk about suicide, right, cunt? See, you drove your friend to
suicide. Proof. And now she's going to make fun of another person. She made fun of a friend who killed herself, and now she's going to make fun of Amy. Commit suicide. Exactly. But, all right, 15 times. This is how fucking stupid the board is up. You tried to fucking commit suicide 15 fucking times, right? Hey, listen, you faked it. Why don't you get it right next time, cunt? Okay, what do you think you have to, like, I don't know. Maybe just look at the tank. I would either go in the goddamn bathtub with a fucking hair dryer. You know, that's a good idea. Why don't you get to it? Radio and throw it in the tub. That's not a bad idea, too. Go do it. Hey, listen, you tried the fucking, what, the rope? That didn't work, right? Because that was fake. I wouldn't do the belt. Okay, no, it's not a rope from Home Depot. Yeah, go get one. I have a gun. I already have a gun. Yeah, oh, you have a gun. A suicidal person with a gun. Ooh. Maybe we should call the police and see if you have a permit for that gun. Oh, look at that. Why didn't you stab yourself, man? Right in the neck. So did you really want to die? No. And then you turned the scope off pretending, fishing for fucking sympathy, you fucking bitch. And then you made fun of my son who actually died and I had to revive him. And you fucking laughed and you made fun of my family when I was gracious enough to fucking be nice to you. Listen, Kerry, I got to tell you, man, you're one of the most evil fucking people I've ever come across. But you know what? There's only one more cunt that's worse than you, and that's fucking Lynn. And I can't wait to see her suffer. And the best thing that can happen is when her father kicks the bucket, because then she'll know, okay, how long it takes to grieve. And when you go through that grieving, Lynn, just remember me, well, how you said I only had a month, and I had enough. Somebody else just sort of ended all. No, 50 times. She even failed at that. Then she's trying to say, what? She was hanging on to a rock. Then she just walked in the water, laid on a fucking rock, like the whale that she is, the beach whale, right? Basking in the sun, and somebody called 911. And she just 50 fucking times. This shit. Yeah, and get the fuck out of here with your fake suicide, too.
Oh, and the refrigerator Carrie doesn't talk about suicide? Really?
Listen, she made fun of my son, man. She goes around saying, your son tried to commit suicide 3 times. She lied. My son had his fucking seizure, and she told fucking Juju that he fucking overdosed. What a fucking scumbag you are. Yeah,
hey, let's be nice to the refrigerator Carrie. You know, she's okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's a coward. I mean, that's even worse, man. To pretend. I mean, listen. At least fucking she tried 56 times. It's 56 times, moron. At least she fucking tried. You faked.
Hey, 33, listen. You know, a lot of people hear you talk about suicide, you know, but, you know, I think we're going to have to put together all the fucking clips of them talking about suicide and play it in one whole scope of all of them talking about suicide.
And mocking my family, man. And how about the scope right here? Let's here. I got something.
33 only talks about suicide, you know, and that's not fair because there's hours of clips of them talking about suicide.
To be honest with you, man.
All of them.
You know what? I have you as a friend, and if they're gonna hold that against you, then you know I'm sorry for that. But I got to say, man, You know what? I found most of the people on here so fucking phony, going back and forth with these petty little fucking things. Listen, I told you, Matt, how I am. Look, I have forgiveness, man, but you know, there's only so much times you can shit on somebody.
But according to Don Stakes, you do this. Well, it's okay to do that back. You know, so that's Don Stakes' logic. So, you know, when they talk about suicide and you talk about it back, according to Don Stakes' logic, it's okay.
Listen, Don Stakes,
right?
I care what he thinks.
I know. Well, they go by what Don Stakes because they think Don Stakes is a good man. So maybe we could play Don Stakes. The good man, Don Stakes, right?
Don Stakes is a good man, yeah. It all depends on what your value of a good man is.
Exactly.
He's not a good man, okay? He's a disgusting fucking pedophile, fucking... and he showed himself with his fucking fake fucking thing, and he didn't... You know what? He even lied because my mother doesn't even speak Yiddish, okay? It was my father, you jackass. Here we go, Don. Let's listen to you.
What's up, guys? You know, this is what I think. Both parties have said the most vile stuff about everyone. What's up, Mama?
See, this is the setup.
I'm the rabbi that calls fucking people horrible fathers.
December 15th, 2 days after my mother died.
When someone dies, you start to realize how precious life is.
Listen how he sets me up.
And I think I just gotta think about, you know, not everyone, that's true. Not everyone. I don't mean everyone. I mean, like, everyone involved in this back and forth.
Yeah, back and forth. No, it's my mother, motherfucker.
Yeah, he said this about her, she said this about him.
No, you guys came out to me.
I think, this is really what I think.
This is the game. Listen to this.
When someone passes, you realize how
precious. See? Told you.
And how much precious moments of their lives of this stupidity.
Yeah, Don.
Right? This is okay. This is okay for some people, though.
Right now, I'm going to make a commitment that I am not going to start with anyone. Now, if people continue to go after people, I'm not going to sit on the sidelines. I don't have to dance with anyone. People can go, how about that? Exactly. And I'm just going to sit back. Now, people are going to say this insane, crazy, sick rhetoric about...
I'll show you... And by the way, I'll show the texts, okay, where I said to him, man, he even said he was going to stop, and I said, listen, man, I'm bored with this. I'll show the... I think I even showed the texts. Piece of shit, Don.
Of murdering people. That's how far it goes in scope. Indifference to people's deaths. People are going to attack.
Okay, so let's bring me in. Let's bring me in. So he does all this spieling here. See how he sets this up? And here I come.
Don't mention anyone. We're not going to say a word about anyone.
See? Okay, here it is. Okay, so I come into the being.
What I was saying was when a life is lost.
Here I come.
Realize how precious life is.
Yeah, look how full of shit you are.
So I'm going to...
This is why I can't stand you, Don. This is where I really turned on you.
We're not going to mention anyone. We're not going to say a word about anyone. And I'm not going to think about the
past. You showed me exactly who you were that day.
Future. And let's all be safely, then things will be set back. But I think this is a good point, a good time for everyone to become sober. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just wake up.
Here I am. I'm in the beam.
Hey, Don. Listen, you're right. Listen, life is short. And the most important thing is just that the people that you love, your family, and of course, the community around you. And, you know, it's just unfortunate that people get so angry and caught up in stuff that they even forget why they're angry in the first place, and they just get so vicious. They can say, whatever. But I don't want to ruin this because I want to just look forward now.
Well, he didn't want to ruin it.
So I think everyone here is willing to go for a fair shot. Even Brandon, Carrie. No, listen, after that, I'm going to just say this. I plan not to discuss this at all. After what he just said, listen, I don't want to ever engage you. Okay, so if you want peace, just don't say my name. But I know you won't be able to. That's the problem, because you just went so far. Brandon just said. I know what he said, but he just said and asked me if I killed my mother with my brother. Are you serious, Don? Listen, that guy's vile, man. Listen, he should have said that early. He should have said like Lynn, Tecmo, you, okay, and everybody else. You know something? I bet I can fix all this. Oh, he can fix all this. No, I don't want to talk. See the game? I really don't. Just for him to go away. I don't need an apology. Okay, he's him in the refrigerator. You know what? So triggered that they showed who they are. You guys showed me that you're decent human beings. Okay, so let's. You were angry. We had a beef. That's all I'm saying. Now watch. You're in the beam. Oh no, he dropped you. So you don't want to move forward. No, I don't want to talk to him. That's all I'm saying. I have no. Who's this? $21 salad. See, who's this? He lets him in. Who's this? $21. Watch. Oh. And he laughs. Let me speak, okay? Just leave my name out your mouth, okay? Leave my dead girlfriend's name out your mouth, and I will never speak of you again. Listen, we're not done here, you and me. Okay, when I call your father, we'll see. Okay, go call my father. I'm letting you know, leave my name out your mouth. You showed how vile you are today. We're not talking about that. I'm asking you to leave. You're so pathetic. Kill yourself. That's sweet. Yeah, well, you talked triggered today. Stop being triggered. Relax. Just relax. Relax. Because you're cursing. Why are you cursing? My mother just died. Listen, you're triggered. You're weak. I am absolutely not triggered. I'm so calm. Listen, but you're weak. Leave my name out your mouth. No. Okay, little man? No. Sorry. Leave my dead friend's name out your mouth. Simple. Listen, wait till I contact your entire family. Done. So you know Brandon's coming in. We're not done, refrigerator. See, now he drops her. Now he brings her 5 fucking times.
You know, it's funny how some people think that this is okay, you know, for her to fucking call in and talk shit about your...
Alone? Didn't I say leave me alone?
Yeah, more than once.
Now watch, Crandy comes in. Listen to this. Listen to what he first says.
It's fucking disgusting.
Go kill yourself, Font. Say my rule, Font. Listen. Crandy and Brandon.
But some people think this is okay.
Look, he thinks it's a joke, Don. Talk about me and my brother and my mother. No, fuck him. Listen, fuck you, man. You can't even get an original logo. Don, listen, I'm good, man. I don't want to talk to this guy. He's an animal. You're triggered, man. Go kill yourself. About to fuck my daughter, man. Listen, I don't care. Okay, I don't care. You're triggered, man. You're the one coming into everybody's scopes for months. Okay, trashing my friends. You're an embarrassment, man. You're triggered. Oh, whatever. Go ahead, talk. Talk away like you said you're done after. Go ahead. Crack yourself up. Look there, Scope. You're being rejected because you're a stain. You're a shitty human. That's it. Now, mind you, I'm pausing this for a second. This is what Don allowed to happen after my mother died and duped me into, let's talk about how death changes you. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't wait till somebody dies that's close to you, Don. Run from that fact. Oh, you can't run from it, right? You're trying to run. Are you on a meth run or are you on an H run right now? So I know what I'm dealing with.
Some of those fucking douche.
Silence, of course. You have a lot of shit to say when I'm not around. As soon as I face you, you get off quiet, little band nerd.
Well, like somebody's scared of him.
Really are. Listen, see, I can't talk. You don't talk a lot, nerd. Listen, keep talking, nerd. Nobody wants to hear talking. You're a Don, he's showing who he is. Listen, his refrigerator fucking disrespected my mother on the day she died. Okay, and then he said that while I was alive, he came in and said, "Did you kill your mother?" Okay, for the money and all kinds of disgusting shit. And somehow Don thought it was a great idea to set me up and 5 times. And you should see what I say to him. Just listen a little bit longer.
Listen, anyone that wants to put fucking money on Brandon Cadman against me, Daisy, maybe you, go ahead. Just tell them to accept.
Me and my family are solid. So when you make plans, we're going to take a close examination of your family. Don't worry. Hold on. Okay? Don't worry. We're going to take a good examination of your father, your mother, your daughter, okay, and your illegitimate son. Shut up, man. Whatever you want, Don. See, Don's entertained with this. Okay? Listen, but here it is, Don. I'm going to step down. Come on. People have offered you a truce even as of like 5 minutes ago, and you still cannot shut your junkie mouth. You will always be a target. You know why? Because you threatened that you were going to come to California and you and the Bobby Brady fucking faggot son were going to fuck my daughter in the ass. That's never forgiven. See, he didn't say rape. That's what I said. Fuck your daughter in the ass, not rape. That's right. At least you told the truth this time, Crandon, you piece of shit. Clyde, you will never. You know why? Because I'll smack you. I tell you what, Brandon. I'll tell you what. Shut up for a minute. I'll give you a reply. Yeah, you're a cow. I'm giving you a reply. Hey, who's tripping? Come on. I will come out and slap you. Win. I'll get you. Listen, I'm willing to stop you. Yeah, Callie. Run along. Now, could you imagine? Okay, I'm grieving my mother. I had to watch her for fucking 11 days in hospice. And this scumbag lets these people up 5 times to attack me under the pretense we're going to talk about how death changes you. And you can see, I'm going to fast forward it because we don't have to, you can trust me as 5 more times.
Dude, I can't imagine because this shit happened to me on fucking Facebook 2 days after my fucking mother passed.
Yeah, listen, everybody that came and wished me condolences, like Tecmo and Trump fan and others, okay? Even those scumbags are at least decent.
No, I guess some people can't imagine this because it didn't happen to them.
Therefore, we do have the truth without even saying it, okay? And the thing is that this guy came in while I was on a live feed with my brother and said just god-awful things with the refrigerator, okay, and continued on. And she's in the beam already while I'm talking. They do such the most horrendous thing. Now they're saying, I want a piece. Are we serious? Don't let me and Brandon alone because you're triggered by us. I understand. See the game?
Oh,
Just a total game.
Here comes the refrigerator.
It's all a game. Listen. I am renting free space in your mind. Okay? I can go for life without even saying your name. Then she's saying I tried to put you to suicide. This is December 15th. It's too bad you didn't kill yourself.
Yeah, they try to blame. Don tries to blame that on me now.
I know we intimidate you. Settle down. Simmer down. Yeah, just
that's like okay for some people.
Behave yourself. What happened to you? Why are you talking about Dougie? Oh, by the way, refrigerator, do you know that that Lynn said that you couldn't take talking to Druggy very much because he's still way too much about the conspiracy theories and he took up way too much phone time with you and annoyed the shit out of you. That's what Lynn said. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just for a second going to put you both down and I'm going to say something and then I'm going to call them again. See, that the walls all by himself for the next 25 years is Leo. See, that's all you got, Leo. I've been letting everyone know. Everyone could put yeah, so I call back in. After I see how just disgusting and refrigerated. There's a real chance to move on. I'm moving on with everybody else if they want, unless they attack me, except for the refrigerator. And it's bad, okay? That's just the way it's going to be because, listen, if they would have thought about this, okay, when they knew, listen, let's go. You're a very sick man. It comes back again. Get help.
Those are fucking disgusting fucking people right here.
This is Don Stakes, what he does. I'm grieving my mother 2 days this month. I can't wait till somebody dies in your family, and I hope it's you, refrigerator. My word
fucking disgusting, man.
On this app was when I actually.
Dude, this even gets worse. I heard this before.
Did you hear this fucking cunt saying she could help me? Listen, she was going to swallow all these pills. I'll put out all the text refrigerator. Let's move it on. Okay, listen. You know what? So move it on. She keeps. Just look at your face. And this is the woman who's actually sitting here trashing my mom.
This is a woman that fucking was complaining about going to her fucking loved one's funeral.
Hey, but listen to what I say to Don once I drop it. Look. Didn't you want to put some, people will keep saying, people are just going to keep saying how friggin' whacked out you are. And when you go after people consistently, yes. You're consistent, right? Did you not talk to my mother on my phone in July? And all last thing I'm going to say to you is Brandon and myself obviously intimidate the shit out of you. See, that's all she's interested in. You keep snooping on us. Okay, Junkie, bye-bye. All right, she knows Brandon's here. Now, here comes Brandon before I get to say more words. Listen.
Hey, we're going to let Gretel come up. I don't know what the fuck she wants to say, but probably an apology, maybe.
What a piece of garbage. Anyway, listen, everyone said you both have said stuff. You always telling you they're going to help her kill herself. So it doesn't shock me. He's laughing. But we could end the cycle. That's what I think. We could end the cycle.
Try again, Gretel.
Everybody knows that you didn't have a boyfriend. You never got engaged. Okay, listen, you didn't have cancer. You're just a fucking fraud. Okay, and I'm not a pedophile. I want to have real conversation with Stack. Oh, real conversation. Evan was able to get it out. And didn't I tell him I didn't want to do this? Let's not think about you. I don't do that on your social media with the animals here to be disrespectful. They say things, you can say things back. I'm not going to let anyone in because I don't want to get upset. So anyone who tries to call him, I'm going to just let them in. Yeah, I didn't hear him say that. I would have left. A chance to go back and forth. Listen, you know what I'm just saying? Here's Brandon's in now. Fucking animals. They want to say things down to prove what they have. Here's this fucking animal again. What does he want now? Talk to me? Did I have to say this right now? Oh, good. I think it's been clear that we example who the true animal is. 33. 2 days after my mother. See, she can't just walk away graciously. He has to attack. Listen. There's a real chance. This shows everything about Don Stakes. It's a possibility. I told him no. I told him. This guy right here, this garden gnome can't shut his fucking mouth. Yeah. I don't know what to do. How do we move forward from here, Don? What are you going to do? It's kind of like how I wish that mom would. Yeah, you know what? But this man just said to me that I killed my mother for the money. Okay, with my brother. While I'm drinking with my brother, grieving my mother, he had to come in my live feed and do this. And Don Stakes had to do this 2 days later, set this up. This is a man that has no fuck. This is not a religious man. This is a man who practices fucking dark magic. He doesn't have any religion, man, and there is no God. And if he's the God, it's Moloch.
No, he's a Zionist, dude. That's what he is. He's a Zionist.
You mean Zionist?
Zionist, yes.
Yeah.
What do you want, Greg?
He believes in the devil. That's what he believes in. He's a devil worshiper. He's a sacrificer of animals and babies.
It's not a Zionist. It's a Zionist.
I didn't say Zionist. I said Zionist. But what do you want?
What do you think of Don Stakes letting these people come up after my mother just died 2 days before? I said,
yeah. You know what? When your mother passed away, I was actually in your show.
What did you think of Don?
I am replying. Oh my God. You know what?
Well, come on, Tamara. He's asking, what do you thought about Don Stakes fucking talking shit and them talking shit about his mother?
tricked me into a scope saying that we were talking about how death changes you, and he let these animals up 5 times. And I said I didn't want to talk to them. Crandon said on the night my mother died that
he clearly said it. We just played it.
And I asked you what was your opinion.
Well, in all honesty, I could not hear, and nobody else could in the other what he was playing.
It's amazing. So then you have to stop her.
No, it was very, very garbled. Nobody could hear anything.
Oh well, that's fine. Whatever. 33. You don't have to play it again. If they're going to be fucking ignorant, then let them be ignorant.
I'm not being ignorant. I am telling you the truth.
What? I'm just telling you. I know what the fuck was said. I was there.
It was all garbled.
It was in a fucking liquor bottle.
So what are you here for, Gretel?
What? You know what? 33. If you're going to sit there and talk about me being in a liquor bottle, what about you?
Come on now.
What about
Seriously.
you on meth?
I don't like you.
You know?
Oh, come on.
No, man.
You say this about everyone, Tamara. Tamara, you say that about everyone. Now stop it. Stop it before I fucking go into the fucking messenger and get all the messages out. But
you
Tamara,
have to be fair. If you
what?
attack
I will fucking dig out all the fucking insane, psychotic fucking messages and embarrass the fuck out of you. And I never did this. You know this, Tamara. But Tamara, come on. What are you here for?
Why you came in here?
Cut it out.
We were talking about how Don Six behaves disgustingly. If you couldn't hear, why don't you just drop and listen in the audience here?
Well, I came up to talk about how Matt.
We don't care about this right now.
Well, no, I want to know.
Let's hear what she's got to say. You want to talk about me? What? What did I do? What did I do now?
Matt, how can you make these fake pictures? I want to know. How can you do that? And then
say it again. I'll explain it to you. I know I've explained this already, but go ahead.
No, why would you do that to Valerie and her family?
First of all, I wasn't doing it to Valerie and her family.
It doesn't matter.
Tamara, you're the one that fucking gave the obituary of her brother out, so Kathy Bailey could send that to fucking her sister's messenger. You're the one that did that, Tamara. You are the one that fucking tried to destroy her fucking marriage, Tamara. Let's be real here. I didn't send anything. You did. You did.
To do with you making up a fake.
She stopped it. Hold on, give me a sec. I was downstairs. Yep, she deleted it. Okay, looks like she's done for a bit. We'll be back. Thanks for watching.